Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
The time has come to take that Christmas tree down. No. Sorry. Well, you need to know and where to go if you're planning on recycling it.
And if you're looking for a place to meet, can you tell? Yeah, you and your family have a chance to party with all the characters where you can catch a live performance of Sesame Street.
Plus, if you're a veteran or have a family member who's a vet, listen up. There's a free breakfast for you. We'll tell you when and where it's happening.
And a good morning. Thanks for tuning in to 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. If you're just getting up and rubbing the sleep out of your eyes, I'm Mike Hart.
And I'm Alyssa Flores. We're going to turn now to Chief Meteorologist Elena Rusk. Let us know what kind of note we're going to be starting this year on when it comes to the weather.
Right, so in the mountains, it's breezy.
Okay.
Here on the valley floor, stagnant.
Like how you say that.
I mean, it could be worse, right?
It could be worse, yes.
I know, we could be socked in with fog. If you're further north up the valley,
it's pretty bad up there. We also tend to, here in the height of winter, get really bad air quality. It's unhealthy for sensitive groups. It's not so great today, but it's not the worst that we've seen. So we're at 40 here in Bakersfield, 36 in Tehachapi, 29 in Fraser Park, close to freezing for many locations down in the desert too, like Ridgecrest. So as high pressure builds on shore, we have better chances of fog tomorrow and Saturday mornings. The winds that we're seeing in the mountains yesterday and this morning will continue to die down, and that leaves us with a warming trend. Right now it's still a bit breezy through those mountain passes, gusts to about 45 miles an hour this morning, but dying down by lunchtime. So with that, you're seeing some of that gray coloring out there. That's where we have lowered visibility. It's about 2 miles through Keene, so you can get through that area just fine, but we wanted to point that out for you. Again, Mike, like you said, and Alyssa, you were pointing this out earlier as well. There is some fog up toward Fresno that's getting pretty dense this morning. As for this afternoon, above average by several degrees, mid to upper 50s here on the valley floor, Kern River Valley and Kern Desert, with the 40s for many South Mountain locations. As for your roadways, you're good to go getting out the door, but watch out for those winds on the passes and a little bit of that lowered visibility.
Well, it is January 2nd, and many people believe that now is the time to move on from the holidays, and Kern County Public Works Department would like to help you recycle and compost that Christmas tree.
23 ABC's Amani Stevens joining us live once again from the Roberts Lane Transfer Station with more on how they can help you. Amani?
That's right. I'm standing in front of all of these green Christmas trees, and there's a way you can do it, recycle it actually, green and environmentally friendly. So I'm going to bring in Chuck McGee. Good morning.
Good morning.
And tell me about this free recycling, the options you have for people in the community.
Well, within Kern County, we try to make it possible for them to recycle these Christmas trees instead of throwing them away. We've opened a number of locations. All solid waste facilities have a collection center. We've got one here at Roberts Lane. There are other sites located around town. So anywhere that they can drop off one of these trees during the normal operating hours, we'll take it at no charge, as well as we are encouraging people to come up, put them in their recycling green containers, and to utilize any of the nonprofits that are doing it to pick them up. Just bring them in because we need to get these recycled. We can't afford to bury these things.
And what are the benefits of recycling and composting a Christmas tree? One
of the things we're going to make is compost out of it. In an agricultural industry like we are in Kern County, there's a huge need for that type of material as opposed to just wasting this. And if we put it in a landfill, it takes up expensive space, generates a methane gas that has to be collected, a number of things like that. So instead of having it be a liability, we can make it something that's a benefit to the community.
Wow, that's great. And a lot of things people need to keep in mind. They need to remove the ornaments, lights, and make sure they're not in the bag.
If they would, we'd appreciate it. Taking them out of those plastic bags. When you've got one, it's not hard. When you have 1,000, it's a lot of work. If they take them out of those bags or not put them in those bags and take that stand off for us, especially if it's got the metal legs, that's a problem. So if they can take stands and ornaments and lights off, it makes it so much easier for us to get these things recycled.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we have the locations for the 23 drop-off locations all across Kern County where you can self-haul a whole Christmas tree, or you also have the option of breaking it down and putting it in your green waste container. We have that information on our website, turn23.com. For now, reporting live in Bakersfield, I'm Imani Stevens, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Amani, thank you. If your kids have been bouncing off the walls, maybe they're already getting bored with some of their Christmas gifts, if that's possible. Before they head back to school, we have something that might really pique their interest. Tomorrow, kids have a chance to take part in a little robot building. A little fun there. The event is open to 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders at the Buena Vista Museum of Natural History and Science. Kids will be able to build their own robot amongst other projects. It starts at 8 o'clock Friday morning, runs till noon. It's $50, and students go home with a robot.
That's half the price of Disneyland. It's $100 to build a
And you get a robot.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
You get 2 robots.
How much does it cost to build a BB-8?
$100.
Ooh. You get 2 robots. You can build one and take a book to make another one at home. Now, space is limited, so sign up quickly. And then next week, they're coming to your neighborhood, Sesame Street Live. That's right, Elmo, Abby Cadabby, Cookie Monster, and Big Bird will take you on a magical adventure. You and the kids will have 3 chances to attend their live performance at Mechanics Bank Theater. The first show is Tuesday at 6 p.m., Wednesday, 10:30 in the morning, then a matinee at 6 o'clock that night. Tickets start at $15, not $5. $15.
This weekend will mark 6 months since the community of Ridgecrest and Trona were rocked by 2 powerful earthquakes. Many people in those small communities are still trying to pick up the pieces and rebuild after a 6.4 and a 7.1 magnitude quakes hit the area back in July. So 23 ABC will be airing a 30-minute newscast as we talk with residents of Ridgecrest and Trona, hear from seismology experts, and talk to Bakersfield officials about whether or not we're prepared here. Join us for that 23 ABC special. Again, it'll be airing this Sunday at 6:30 p.m.
On New Year's Day 2018, we told you the story of an Erlenmart family that had unique twins. One born New Year's Eve, then the other a few minutes later after the stroke of midnight on New Year's Day.
23 ABC's Daniela Garrido caught up with the family to see how those twins have grown. Daniela?
That's right. It's been 2 years since we introduced you to the Flores twins and their unique story. Well, since that New Year's Day, a lot has changed for the parents of Joaquin and Gitana.
Joaquin Flores is one of the last babies born in Kern County in 2017, with a birth time of 11:58 p.m. on December 31st. Gitana Flores was one of the first babies born in 2018 at 12:16 a.m. on January 1st. They are twins, but they couldn't be any more different. 2 years since their birth, we caught up with them again. They're different because she has problems. It's not the same with her. We have to take her to a lot of medical appointments. She doesn't walk or independendize herself like her brother. He goes everywhere and eats regular food, but she doesn't. Since their birth, the family has struggled to transition to a new way of life. We're living very hard. I can't work because I just had surgery, and my husband works twice a week because there isn't much work in this season. The mother of the twins just underwent surgery, and the father of the twins says it's a low season for the farm workers, making it difficult to financially support the medical and growing needs of their children. I spend most days driving 2 hours, and we need food and gas and all the costs. There's just times we don't have, and we have to ask for a loan. Gitana has physical therapy for her cerebral condition at least 4 times a month at the Valley Children's Hospital in Madera. This year, we didn't celebrate since she just got surgery. We didn't do anything. The family says health and finances has paused the birthday celebrations for this year, but with the help of their older daughter, they make the most of their circumstances. We work for them, nothing more. We brought a cake and some presents to sing the twins a happy birthday and ring in a new year.
Happy birthday to you.
The parents say through their health and finance struggles, it's their kids that keep them going. They say they have hopes Gitana will overcome her condition and be walking on her own in the next year. Live in studio, Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Well, as we continue to mark the 75th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge, we hear from a veteran's voice this morning that still remembers vivid details of that month-long battle. Bill Glaspie says he remembers what he found one morning when he reached for his boots that were sitting on the top of his foxhole.
I had my boots sitting up at the top, and when I got up next morning, my boots was riddled on the top. So I got a new pair of boots.
They were riddled with
shrapnel.
With shrapnel?
Yeah.
8 inches above your head?
Yeah, yeah, just about. I had to
Glaspie marched across Europe on a 17-month journey that took him from Normandy on D-Day to Munich when Germany surrendered. At the moment, during that time, he also met General George Patton. These stories and much more coming up in about 30 minutes. Bill Glaspie, your veteran's voice. And this morning, veterans will be gathering in central Bakersfield to share a little breakfast and some stories. The monthly event put on for our veterans of all eras begins at 8 o'clock with coffee. Breakfast follows at 9. It is free for all Honor Flight veterans and local World War II vets. It's at the Elks Lodge, not the American Legion Hall. The Elks Lodge, which is located on the Garces Circle.